Hello and welcome back to Bamboo Labs and of course Software Inc. Where we last left off, Bamboo Play 2, our new digital distribution system, is currently in the beta phase. We have fixed 102 bugs so far, so that should be releasing very, very soon. Otherwise, everything else is basically running itself at this point. So we're going to jump straight into a time lapse as we finish off a few more bugs on this, set up my layout that I normally have open, and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, May 2004, 292 bugs have been fixed so far. And when you release a brand new digital distribution platform, the nice thing is it just straight up replaces your old one. So as we hit release here, you can see Bamboo Play is no longer here, and Bamboo Play 2 takes its place. Tech levels are not too bad. Quality is pretty good. We're basically on par with everyone else, so that is good to see. I believe that's how that works. That might actually just be showing me mine, so take that with a grain of salt. But we can go ahead and update this with, that's insane. We actually have 46 teams at the moment. So we'll update that with everyone just to get everything running. And that should hopefully help us with the problem that we've been recently having where people are leaving our digital distribution platform. I believe that is just because we have not updated it in quite a while. So that is finished. We should now have support for Bamboo Play 2 here. Currently telling us we have 0 active users, but that will update tomorrow. Otherwise, everything else is running very, very smoothly. If you are unaware, this is going to be the final episode of this series, and then we're going to take a little bit of a break as I go away over Christmas and New Year's. I believe this is coming out on Boxing Day, so Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates it. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. But yes, I'll be going away for a little bit. We'll probably come back maybe the 6th of January. Maybe we'll come back on the 10th, the day after my birthday, with like a live stream or something. I'm not 100% sure yet, and I don't know what game we're going to be playing next. So if you have any suggestions for that, please do go ahead and leave those in the comments, because I would love to hear your suggestions. There's a couple of games on my list that I might check out, but I'm not 100% sure what direction we'll go for yet. Saying that, June 2004, we finally finished patenting 3D 2003, so we can go ahead and release the patent for that. We are also finished on researching Audio 2004, so we'll go ahead and start patenting that as well. Get that out the door as soon as possible. I don't know if we're going to get this system patent in time. We might not. We've got a competitor whose ETA is Q4 of 2005. We should get that out. That shouldn't be a problem, and everything should be good there. We do need to make sure we go ahead and continue doing bug fixes on Bamboo Play 2 though. We have been nominated for awards in the 3 out of 4 categories. Unfortunately, not the 4 out of 4 that we had last time. Best Employer, 2nd place, not too bad. Best Product with Bamboo Tycoon 4, and Best Designer, I'm wondering who this is. Maureen Atkinson with 2nd place, not too bad. We've also had Thurman Finley retire from the S1 team. Are they on HR management yet? I don't believe they are. So we'll go ahead and say we want 15 service people for that. They are support. They will have no cup holder, no forgetful, and they will be on a high salary. Everything seems to be running pretty well. We can also probably turn on HR management for our accounting team. I see no reason why we shouldn't have a full team of accountants at this point. We are quite a large company, so we'll go ahead and choose accounting there, and no cup holder, no forgetful, with a high salary. I believe you actually only need medium for accounting, because if we have a look here, in service. Accounting, the 3 stars in accounting is just for offshore account management. number 2 stars will be just to optimize taxes and apply for loans. So we only need 2 stars. So we'll go for a medium salary there, and that will be good. We are still every now and then having complaints about people occupying offices and things like that. There's really not a lot you can do about that apart from like shortening their shifts so that there's a 2-hour gap between them. I don't really want to do that. So we're just going to sort of stick through it and hope that it's not too much of a problem. I mean, it's clearly not. We're currently worth $500,000. We're making about 12 million a month. So we are absolutely fine there. We do have some more patents to grab. Basil Davidson gets like a $800,000 bonus every year, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. That is absolutely fine. You can have that. I'm sure you're making us more money than that. Anyway, it looks like we're still getting people canceling their digital distribution with us as well, which is interesting. We only have 12 companies signed. I think we'll go ahead and reduce this down to, I don't know, say 12%. Everyone else is at 20 except for Stop Center, who has 7%, but they don't have a lot of market share. So I'm not 100% sure why everyone is canceling with us there, but you know, it is what it is. We'll go ahead and continue to update this as much as we possibly can, get the tech level updated as well, and keep an eye on all of that. Move our patent to the top, and that should be fine. We are moving on up in the world. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a time lapse here, just to make sure everything is working out the way that it should be. I'm also curious if we've made any money with our patents yet. Yes, we have. We have officially made $338,000 with our 2003 audio patent. I don't believe we have any others except for that 3D patent there. So yeah, that seems to be all working out just fine. We're going to jump into a time lapse as we get a whole bunch of stuff done, and we'll be back in a little bit. Unfortunate. Another company has finished researching system before we could patent it. So that is going to be cancelled for the 2003 patent, I believe. And that is just what it is. I believe that we need to be getting our patents out a little bit faster. And I believe at the moment our lawyers, which are L1, where are they? Yeah, in here, L1-1 and L1-2, L2-1 and L2-2. We only have 4 teams of lawyers. I'm actually going to change this up. I'm going to drag them back a little bit, and we'll add in another 2 lawyer teams, just so that we can hopefully get these patents done a little bit quicker, since we are trying to patent, 5 different things all at once. So we'll jump in, copy these guys. So this will be L23, and we'll copy these guys. This will be L13, and they should be set up correctly. They should have all their HR management things in place. We just need to make sure we go ahead and choose Night Owl for that, and then jump in and grab ourselves a lead. We want HR, we want multitasking for sure, because they're doing so many things at once, and we want Night Owl. It's already set up the way that we need it, and we can go ahead and hire them straight away. So we have L13 for Reba, and we have L23 for Shannon. You guys are officially hired. We'll go ahead and manage roles, set them to be leads, and they can do service if they've got nothing else to do. HR management should be all set up. They should automatically hire them. We just need to make sure that we actually move them around a little bit. So okay, this screen is now too long. L1 will need to start at 8 p.m. So L1 is an 8 p.m. start, and I believe these guys are an hour later with L2. Yeah, they need to start at 9 p.m. So that should be good there. They will start researching that. And well, actually, before we press play, we need to make sure that we actually assign them to the office as well. So we'll throw in L13 for there and L23 for here. And that'll be good to go. We have so many employees at this point. It's a little bit ridiculous and a little bit hard to manage, but we are slowly but surely getting through it. That should help with these patents a little bit, assuming that I actually assign them, which I sometimes forget to do. So we'll go ahead and assign those teams to each of these patents. Of course, we could also split these up and have specific teams working on specific patents, but I don't see a problem with just having them all work on one. The only other thing that we could potentially do with these L teams is we could say only work on one thing at a time. Typically, people will work faster if they're only working on one thing at a time. The other thing we could potentially do to make that go even quicker is go into their traits and say we want to have, where is it? It's in here somewhere. Super focus works fast at one task but fails at multitasking. If we turn that on, it's not going to affect any of our current teams, but it will affect the L2-3 and the L1-3 teams, and they'll be a little bit quicker at getting things done while they're only working on one thing at a time. So they're going to start with the top one and work their way down, and I think that will be okay. We do have Owen Mann retiring on the Odyssey team. That should be set up with automation at this point. If I can find it. Was that Odyssey? Yes. HR management, yeah, they should automatically get rehired anyway, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Other than that, we are just smashing out patents, smashing out some research, and letting our project managements do their jobs. Hopefully we see Bamboo Labs releasing sometime soon, getting our second operating system up and off the ground. If we have a look at how it did, that would be Bamboo Labs. It's currently made us $94 million. It's still making us around $1 million a month. If we have a look at our details here, we have sold, how many have we sold? We've got 521,000 active users, and we have sold 941,000 units. So can't really complain too much about that at all. We're going to let this run for a little bit. I think I would like to take this to 2024. That seems like a decent amount of time to run this game for. That's probably going to be a lot of time lapse, but we will be back intermittently as interesting things happen. Okay, we've had our first issue accepting a print job. Genesis X5 wants 5.4 million copies. We can currently only print 560,000 in a month. That is actually not true. The reason that it's saying that is because we are also currently printing the published Studio 6 and Desk Track 8, but they both require so many less prints, so we can actually turn those right the way down to about there, where we can now print 1.2 million copies of Genesis X5 and be absolutely fine. I thought we were going to have to upgrade our printing situation at some point here, but it turns out this is more than enough, so we don't really have to worry about that. You'll also be glad to know we are smashing out the patents. We have a patent in pretty much every category at this point, and we are going strong there. So that is fantastic. The only thing that we're really struggling with at the moment is our digital distribution. Everyone seems to be canceling their deals with us. I'm going to drop this all the way back to 9. I'm also going to stop putting my products on any of the other platforms. Give ourselves basically exclusivity on Bamboo Play 2. That might drop our sales over time, but I'm not too sad about that. Hopefully that gets us more users on this platform, and then more people want to join said platform. Of course, we should continue to upgrade it. It still only has 3 bugs, but 3 bugs is 3 bugs. So we'll go ahead and fix that up real quick. We're just getting our final patent out for 3D 2004. Competitors should finish that in Q1 of 2006. I'm hoping we can get that done in time. We also just released Bamboo Labs 2. How did that turn out? Outstanding and inspiring. Marketing is lacking at the moment, but it just came out, so we're not too concerned about that. But Mona Farrell has been narrowed down to 69%, which is not good enough, especially for our operating system. So we're going to have to change that up. Let's have a look at the Bamboo Labs project management. We need to add Bamboo Labs to existing products, and then have a look at our lead designer choices here. Looks like we don't have anyone super fantastic. but we will be able to give Houston Rice a try. He's got 61% to 100%. I'm hoping that lands above 75%. If it doesn't, we might have to do something else about that. But for now, this should sell just fine. Everything should automatically start porting to that. And you can see here it is. So that is good to see. Our update teams are absolutely killing it in what they are doing. We are also smashing out these print jobs. We don't quite have enough because we are printing Bamboo Labs 2 at this point. We might actually have to upgrade our printing system. So let's jump into build mode and do that real quick. It's pretty simple. Because we have these here, we can jump into furnish distribution, grab ourselves some more conveyor belts. They're going to have to come in from about there, and we can run a conveyor belt along this way. And we just need some more product printers. So we can go to the Z key, select. Okay, maybe I can't select them all like that. I should be able to though. There we go. And we can place them, well, we could, if these lights weren't in the way. I should probably actually move them, copy them and place them there instead. That should work out a little bit better. Copy these across, and that is that. Now we could obviously add that other row as well, but the reason I'm not going to is because that raises our printing capacity to 1,224 boxes per month. We only have enough capacity to ship 1,440. So we're going to leave it there. Everything here is now black instead of red. So that means we are printing things just fine. We don't have to worry about not having enough printing capacity to get that stuff out the door. So that is fantastic to see. And yeah, we'll go ahead and patent 3D 2004. Looks like we have finished researching audio, which is perfect, just in time to get that started, as our lawyers currently had nothing to do. That is great to see. And yeah, everything else is running really quite smoothly. We're up to $651 million. It's May 2005. We'll jump back into the time lapse for a little bit and be back in a bit. Okay, we do actually have one more thing before I jump too far into the time lapse. This is actually the first time this has happened to us, but Sandra Dean has started making some mistakes with our, well, she hasn't made any mistakes yet, but she is about to, because her effectiveness has dropped below this blue line. Now that's not fantastic. That is actually a problem, and we don't want this dropping too far below here. There are a couple of things we could potentially do to get this to fix itself. We have a look at what team is she on? She's on the DOS 1 team, I believe. If we have a look at the employees here and have a look at the leader and go to her details, she is maxed out in leadership, so she shouldn't have any problems there. She actually has some training available in leadership as well that we should definitely take a look at. But in terms of her roles, she's on any role as secondary, but mainly just doing leader. If we turn these off, that could potentially help. We can also try and educate her in more social. Actually, we'll give her 1 socialization, 1 multitasking. That might help as well. Honestly, she's just running an OS, so it's hard, man. It's really quite hard. We could also jump in here and choose another leader for a moment. So we could choose Suzanne Wheeler from the DOS 2 team. I believe, no, okay. I thought that might reset this bar. Turns out it doesn't. Let's just have a look at if this bar ever actually goes back up. If it doesn't, we might have a problem, and we might have to stop supporting Bamboo Labs 1 in order to get that done. But we'll have a look. We'll let this run for a little bit here. We've got some people retiring. Odyssey team, that's fine. They'll get replaced automatically. Hopefully, this goes up a little bit. We're coming back up a tiny bit. Yeah, not great. I think I'm going to put this back to Sandra for a moment, see if she can handle it a little bit better. It would be cool if you could set this up with multiple leaders on it so that they could share their effectiveness a little bit. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Yeah, it's not looking great. It's not looking great at all. This is dropping down. She released a patch before it was ready and lost 5 bug fixes. Someone is requesting access to our distribution platform, so that's fantastic. Yeah, I'm not really actually sure what to do about this. She's just struggling really quite hard. So the thing about this system is completely new and we don't really know too much about it just yet. Like, is there a way to increase their effectiveness as a whole? Because like this isn't really that much to keep on top of. The mistakes honestly aren't too bad and it's still working as intended. We also have some patents that we need to deal with, so I'll pause the game. But this is still working as intended. She'll make mistakes every now and then, but they're not going to be majorly detrimental to us in the long run. We could also have her stop handling some of this stuff, but I don't really want to do that. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this be for now. We'll see if that training that we just gave her helps her out in the long run with that, but we'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. So we've finished our patent for Audio 2005. We'll go ahead and start our patent on Network 2005, and that will be fantastic. Looks like system is almost there as well. Someone for the S1 team has retired, not a big deal. We'll go ahead and accept this. We do have some more awards. Awards were always nice. Best employer, best products, first place, Whispering Grove 5, and most profitable product with Panda 5. Absolutely fantastic. We'll go ahead and accept this print job and continue on. I think there really isn't a lot left to do. She is in class. She returns next month, so we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, some more things have happened. SiteApp Interactive just got shut down. If we have a look at our releases here, I believe we acquired some things, but I accidentally closed them too early. There should be a category in here saying who started it. Maybe I am wrong. But yeah, no, we do. We have Genesis X, Genesis X2, Genesis X3 all in here. Is there there. Publisher? No. That's not what we wanted. I saw there was a category in here of who made it. Who made it? But I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. Oh, creator. There we go. So we inherited Genesis X. Honestly, not a bad thing to inherit. The question is, what do we want to do with it? We jump into our releases. We could... What I think I might do is I'm going to start a new project management. No, not research. New project management for Genesis X. And we're going to set the leader to be the update team, probably. That'll probably be okay. I think the update team... No, they don't. They can't do tech levels and things. So it won't be with the update team. It could be potentially with someone else, though. Support team? Yeah, the support team can do it. So we're going to turn off all of the design, development, secondary dev, and support team we will have as S1. That's fine. Pre-marketing team we can have as none for now. Post-marketing team we can have as our MOS, potentially, because they're only working on the operating system anyway. And then update team we can have as our update teams. That'll be fine. We don't want to prototype software. We don't want to do auto development. We don't want to do sequels. We don't want to do frameworks. We don't want to do any of this. We don't want to do any development. We don't really care about hype. After release, we can say it's going to be on the Play server, but it's really not going to do anything. We just want to update. We just want to update as much as we can. We'll handle post-marketing for now, handle marketing as well, handle support, and we can handle distribution. And that should be good. That way, we can continue to rake in some profits from Genesis X. We have a look at what it's been making. Past month on Genesis X4 was $330,000. We'll go ahead and open up the details panel for this just to see if it's worth doing anything with. It looks like it's sort of dying out anyway, but we'll go ahead and see how that goes on project management for the moment. And potentially we can make some money on that without having to do too much. and that should be good. We are no longer carrying the publishing duties for Bamboo Labs, but that's fine because we have our own marketing department now anyway. I believe they will automatically take that over. Let's just quickly double check that that is true. Bamboo Labs 1. We don't have any marketing for Bamboo Labs 1. Okay, that's probably fine though. We have a look at our releases and look at Bamboo Labs, which will be, if we search by release dates, probably the easiest way to find that. Let's see how we're doing. We're not really making that many sales anyway, like 500,000. I think we can just not worry about it and focus more on Bamboo Labs 2, and that'll be fine. If we come in here, we can actually support, take over and finish the update and take over Bamboo Labs 1 support and actually cancel that. That might also help out Sandra Dean increase her effectiveness just that little bit, because she definitely needs it. She definitely needs it. She is making mistakes, and that is not something we want. Looks like this isn't getting any projects loaded into it, which is interesting. Probably because I didn't add Genesis to this. So we are now updating Genesis X4, and that will be good to go. Go ahead and finish off that patent. Is July. We're going to jump back into the time lapse as we move on through time just that little bit more. I'm just going to pause again. I did manage to fix her effectiveness on Bamboo Labs. I did that by taking away the support, since that's pretty much an automated task anyway. She's still working on the updates, but support is now handled as its own separate task. It just means we have another thing in our queue up here, but honestly, it really doesn't matter. We don't have to do anything with it. The other thing that I did want to go ahead and do is look at our education. So I believe that's just under manage employees. If we look at education and we sort by role, potentially, we can look at all of our leaders. And you can see they all have the ability to be better leaders. So let's go through this real quick and say, update everyone on leadership. Because I definitely want to be doing that. So this is the Clawfire team. We'll go for socialization on as many of these guys as we can. Dash, socialization. Tycoon, socialization. Suzanne Wheeler is on the OS team. We'll have her, socialization as well. Basically, everyone is going to be socialization. You don't need automation at all, so you can get more multitasking. The update team can probably have more multitasking than anything else, just because they are working on so many different things at once. But yeah, we're just going to go through and give everyone all of the upgrades that they can get, because the game hasn't been doing this automatically for us, and I feel like that is important. These guys still have some skills that they can level up in other areas, but I don't care about them as much because they're really only working as leaders anyway. But we're going to jump straight back into the time lapse as we shoot for 2004. We have officially hit the $1 billion mark, and you know what? I think we should go on a little bit of a spending spree. So I'm going to sort the existing companies by listed and choose a couple of companies here to basically take over. It looks like these guys have 3D editors and audio tools. Why not? Let's go into their details here. They are owned by Brainwoody. Let's go ahead and buy 48.5% of their company, which will bring us over that 50%. We can go ahead and take over these guys. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Why not? Do you want to take over Technia Studios and its IP, or make it a subsidiary of your own company? So I don't really want to take it over because I don't really want to be bothered with micromanaging another company. So we're going to go ahead and make it a subsidiary. I definitely don't want to deposit 90. Yeah, we can deposit that much. Why not? So we've received 3 frameworks. We can go ahead and withdraw all of that money, or we could deposit another $768,000, $768 million, I should say. But we're not going to do that. We're going to leave them as it is. We did get a reward for that because I haven't actually done that before. That unlocks the IT station, which I haven't had before, and is probably something that we should investigate. I believe that is a build mode thing, and if we have a look at the IT station, if we go to IT station, this allows your IT support staff to remotely fix devices at the cost of not hitting their daily step goals. You know what? That sounds fantastic because IT do struggle a little bit to get their things done, just because they need to have no one at the computer to be able to do that. So let's go ahead and build that out real quick. So we are going to need a desk, I assume. So we'll go ahead and set up another desk down in the basement. Let's go for another 2 actually, and go to the IT station. Okay. I see what's happened. Let's undo that. Go for desk, and I believe it has to be like one of these desks to be able to work. Yeah, that is the case. And then we'll go ahead and get them a chair. They can have ergonomic chairs since they're not getting their step goals in. And that is now our IT department in the basement. Let me just double check our schedule here for our staff. We currently only have 2 IT people working at any one time. They're all sort of overlapping and working non-stop, so that should work out nicely. I didn't actually know that was an achievement, and I'm kind of happy that I do now. So we have IT people working down in our basement. That's kind of cool. I like it. I like it. But let's not stop there. Oh, our servers are overloading. Unsupported processes, IT support. We can move that to the SCM. That makes sense to me. They can move to there. That'll be fine. Make sure nothing needs our attention up here. None of our research is complete. That's all good to go. Let's go ahead and buy another company. So we have Fold Interactive. They are 2D editors. We sort of already have that. We have games, office software, audio tools. You know what? Zenith River, I want to buy you. So we currently own 3.9%, so we can go ahead and buy another 49.7% for $117 million. Let's go ahead and do that. Make them... You have to own all stocks in a company before you... Oh, I see. So we'll buy that as well. Take that over, make it a subsidiary, put in however much it recommends, and we'll make them autonomous so they can do their own thing. We received 3 stocks and 55 frameworks in our takeover. Absolutely fantastic. Do we have enough money to do one more? Potentially, if it's cheap enough. They don't have enough for sale yet. They are probably too expensive. Jakey Studio, potentially we can get an antivirus. Let's have a look. They want 65 million? You know what? Sure. And 129 million to take it over, make them a subsidiary, put in what it recommends, and make them autonomous. Let's find out as we go to the next month how much that makes us. We currently have 134 million in the bank, down from just over $1 billion. So we spent a good $850 million in one day. That is not recommended, but we are on the final episode, so we do what we want. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes as we hit over to the next day here. Everything else seems to be running smoothly, so we may as well do something interesting in this episode, take over a bunch of companies and see how much money they can make us. All right, we hit midnight. Subsidiary is running out of money. Well, that's rude. Like, make more money. Let's give them each 50 mil. That was Jakey Studio. We'll give you guys 50 mil as well. Hopefully that's enough to keep you up and running. I hope. And we'll see how that goes. Looks like people are requesting stuff again. We are having trouble with our play server though, so we'll need to upgrade that. Which one is our play server? This is hosting. This is play. Okay, so let's get a couple more of these guys in. Go ahead and copy them over, and they can just go move this light. Something like that, and then these can all get linked to the play server. and connect servers. Jump into our servers. This is our play server, just so that we don't forget what it is. It's now at 33%, so that should be fine and good to go. Fantastic. All right, I'm excited to see what happens next month. I hope this number really spikes up. A subsidiary is in here somewhere. They should be, right? I would imagine so. We have so many royalties. I don't see them. I imagine they're probably in like stocks. That's dividends. I don't see it. But we'll find out once we get to the next day if one of those numbers is huge and they make us a ton of money. Or actually, you know what I think it might be? If we jump into like one of these guys who we own, right? Not there. I think it's somewhere in here. Stocks. No. Where is the subsidiaries? Accounting? No. Loans? No. Insurance and investments? No. Okay, I don't know where the subsidiaries tab is. I know it's in here somewhere, but I can't for the life of me tell you where it is. I really thought it was in here somewhere. Maybe we just have to go to a company that we own. So if we go to here, yeah, we can see it here. Did we not take over these guys? Where are the companies that I am part of? Nope. Accounting? Nope. Stocks. It's got to be in here, right? Products, add-ons. Okay, I don't know where that is. It's got to be here somewhere. I'm going to jump into a time lapse as I find this, and we'll be back in a second. Oh, I'm silly. It's just they aren't currently listed because we own all of the stocks, right? That's how that works. So I was clicking on the wrong ones. But we have, yeah, these guys here, and we can withdraw whenever we want. So I don't actually think they pay us a royalty anymore. I think they just are something we own. And yeah, you can see that we have our subsidiaries are worth $327 million. And hopefully that number continues to rise. Hopefully they don't run out of money. Because that would be bad. We don't have any loans, we don't have any bonds, but we are currently worth $674 million. So we lost about 400,000 worth or 400 million worth in that deal. But you know what? Hopefully this number here continues to go up. Remember that number, $327 million. But we'll jump back into the time lapse as we continue on. Okay, we've just had our first leader retire from the S1 team. So we need to go ahead and replace them. That is basically as simple as choosing what we need and fixing that up. So they are on the support team, so we definitely want multitasking and socialization. Automation doesn't matter even a little bit. We'll go ahead and begin looking, sort by skill. Looks like Lorna is our best choice here, although in saying that, Stacy Reed is probably a better choice because she has a big brain. So she can actually max out her leadership skills if we want them to. So we'll go ahead and assign her to the S1 team as the new leader. We'll manage the roles and say, you are officially our leader. You don't do anything else. You can do support if you so choose, and that should be good to go. We are absolutely smashing out the patents. It is a little bit micromanaging because we do have to do it every single year. I wanted to go all the way up until 2004, but honestly, that is going to take like a couple of hours and I don't have time before I go away. So we are probably going to end the series right about here. The game is basically running itself at this point. We have $397 million in the bank, but we're actually worth a good $1.5 billion with $897 million in subsidiaries, $2.7 million in plots of land, 171 million in stocks. So that is all fantastic. In terms of how our research is doing, you can see we are dominating the market in research. Each year, system itself is making us over $70 million a year. 2D, same thing. 2004, we got 110 million. These numbers are only going to continue to go up, especially if we continue to dominate the market like we are. 3D is the same story, so is audio and network. We just own everything, basically. We have 6 subsidiaries. I can't figure out how to show you basically where they all are. These are companies, these are patents. I thought there was a way to like list out the subsidiaries, but I honestly can't find it for the life of me. If we go to Bamboo Labs details, maybe it's in there, but no, it doesn't look like it. We have so many patents and they're making us a good amount of money. It looks like our best one was System in 2004 with $121 million. We're currently making, $30-40 million a month. If we have a look at our lifetime chart, yeah. This is where we started buying subsidiaries, so ignore that massive drop. But we're exponentially just getting bigger and bigger. And it's at this point of the game where everything is just a little bit micromanaging and a little bit like a waiting game. There's not really that much to do unless you want to expand even further than we have. And that becomes a problem because then you've got so many employees trying to park at your place that it just doesn't work. I wish this game would introduce like remote work or something around 2010. That would be fantastic so that we could have, multiple teams running from home so that we didn't have to worry about everyone occupying their offices. That would be a really cool feature. But as you can see, we are making all of the money in the world. We have way more than we could ever realistically spend. We already own 6 subsidiaries, which is the most we can do. I actually ran a couple of contracts to get our business reputation back up to 6 stars. Bamboo Labs is doing fantastic. It's making us a couple $1 million a month. Honestly, this has been a blast of a playthrough. I hope you guys learnt something in the 12 or so hours that we've been playing this game. If you have any questions, please do feel free to leave a comment and I will try and address it. I'm going to be away from my computer for a week or 2, so I apologize that there are no videos for a little bit. They will be coming back in the new year, so I look forward to that. Like I said earlier, if you have any suggestions on games that we should play, leave them down in the comments below as well. I would love to see it. But let's go over some of our stats. So if we look at today, we are currently paying $6 million in HR, which is $5.4 million in salaries. We have 60,000 just in cleaners and IT support. Education, we're paying about $25,000 a month. That's not too bad. $635,000 a month in benefits, which is insane. We have a ton of bills. Mostly that is internet from all of our hosting, but I imagine the helicopter, actually the helicopter is not that bad. The helicopter is not that bad at all. We're making around $40 million a month in sales, or in software, I should say. With distribution, we are currently making $334,000 a month. I can imagine that will only go up as time goes by. We currently have 48.8% market share in the digital distribution market, so that is fantastic to see. In terms of licenses, we're really not paying that much. Our biggest cost is marketing and distribution, and that's just because physical store cut is still a massive part of our economy. As you get into the later years, that will slowly go down and the digital storefront will go up, so this is good to set up early. In miscellaneous, we spent $135 million this month, but most of that was buying stocks. Dividends, we're paying Sage, who got renamed to, what was their name? I forget what their name. I actually don't know if they're still an employee. Let's have a look. We can look at, if we go to stocks, yeah, the Sage Forest Estate, but it's not Sage Forest anymore. That's unfortunate. Manage employees. If I sort by name, can I find them? I know they're in here somewhere. They are in here somewhere. I'll be back in a sec once I find them. Okay, I think they retired because I cannot find them. I know they were a leader. I know it's not Tengel. He was the second one. I apologize. I've forgotten. But you know who you are. We are still paying them a decent amount, $110,000 a month in royalties. You can't be too sad about that, even though they only own 1% of the company. In terms of deals, we're still making around $150,000 a month, but overall, about 30 to 40 million in profit per month, which is not too bad. If we left this run, we would basically take over the entire thing. And yeah, this has been a really great series. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for the next series on this channel. Leave a comment for the sake of engagement. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this series. Consider becoming a member if you've enjoyed it. And until next time, happy building, happy developing. Bye, guys.